And of course, there was one thing I forgot to do before I set this up, and that was make sure my audio works. So let me take a quick second to do that, and I think it's fine. Of course, the most recent update of Windows sucks. Give me 2 seconds here. Well, it looks like it's working. Yeah, I hope it's working. I don't know if anyone's going to join me, but let's just dive into it. Welcome to the first episode of Coffee and Comics. I am your host, the Frog Queen, and I am doing this for the first time. I wanted to live stream. I thought, you know what? Fuck it, the morning. Look, I've already ruined this by, swearing in the first 2 minutes of being online. It's fantastic, wonderful. So coffee I just poured. I probably left it too long, so I think it's way too strong, as you can probably tell by looking at it. It's not that bad. We're okay. So yeah, I just decided I would throw my makeup on. I already walked the dog and stuff. Put him away because he will bark at passersby. Basically people in the lobby. And I didn't want you to have to listen to all that barking. So yes, I decided I would come on and talk about some comics that I'm currently reading, and maybe even save this video for people who aren't going to come on this morning with me, people who are still sleeping, or people who are working, or I know everybody's kind of in a different place right now. Some people are working, some people are off work and can't work and have been laid off. Oh, Buffy, you make the best coffee. But I am working, so I'm going to work right after this. But I thought I would do this first because I got up early enough to make it possible. I usually wake up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., but yeah, some days I get up at 7:30, and then it's just too late. I have to scramble to get ready for work. So, comics. What have I been reading? Let's just start with Protector. I'm really liking Protector. I don't know if I spoke about it on YouTube previously. I probably did. But Protector is Simon Roy is involved in writing Protector. I think it's Benson is the illustrator. No, Benson's one of the writers. It's Artyom Trakhonov. I'm not very good with names. Regardless, awesome artwork. And it's Canadian, so the whole setting takes place in the future in Canada. And it's kind of like a post-apocalyptic sort of setting with a bit of I forgot I had the green screen effect on this live stream. Post-apocalyptic sort of setting with in Canada, where it's I think it was the US invaded Canada in the future, and of course technology is limited. A lot of these people, it's all these Native American peoples kind of unearthing this old technology. They find there's a mecha in it, for one. This is me on the fly trying to explain plot. Not very good. I'll stop doing that. Because what's the point? I'm not good at it. So I'm really liking that. I hope everyone can hear me all right. If you can't hear me and you're watching this live, say something in the comments, but I'm just going to carry on. Of course, we've got Hellblazer. Yay! And this is the second story arc. Of course, we're stalled on it right now. because of everything that's happening with COVID. But yeah, we've got the first couple issues of the new story arc. And we've got tomorrow a pandemic about old people dying. Eerily relevant. So yeah, in tomorrow, all the older people over a certain age all end up dying because of a pandemic in the first book, the first issue. Sorry. Yeah, I love Peter Milligan. Everybody knows how much I love Peter Milligan. This is issue 2. There are 3 more issues to come out on that. Look at me, I'm such a mess. Of course, I'm still reading Excalibur. How could I not be? I do love Tini Howard, even though this is a very, very bizarre Marvel series to me, like with Apocalypse and stuff in the role he's in. I like this one with their heads mounted on the wall. But it's got like my favorite X-Men characters. And I mean, I used to read every single X-Men title. There was a point about probably a decade ago, 10 years ago, when I had a subscription to every single one. But that is no longer the case and hasn't been the case in quite some time. I think it was about 10 years ago when I actually like drew the line and was like, I am no longer going to be purchasing all these titles. Yeah. I hope the chat thing's working. I can't tell. It looks fine to me, so I'll just say, hey, in the chat. Hoping that it works, but feel free to chat to me if you feel like it. Of course, still reading The Marked, or Marked. Is it The Marked? I'm sorry. And I'm enjoying it. I'm going to say I'm not enjoying it as much as Sonata. Sonata is my jam. I love Sonata and I never want it to go away. Sorry about the green screen thing. Totally forgot about that. It was just some settings I had saved in OBS and forgot to do anything about that at all. So yeah. If people like this whole coffee and comics idea, I can do them in the mornings, because mornings is when I'm actually usually better from a physical standpoint, just with my own personal illness, and I wake up and I'm generally feeling better. It takes me about an hour to limber up and get all my joints and parts working, and then I have more energy. But usually by like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm dead to the world again. It sucks. So it makes more sense for me to try and look at this hair. This is me cutting my own hair. This is the problem. No, that's not the big problem in the world today. What was I saying? Oh my God. Yes, I'm usually better in the morning, and I generally make more sense in the morning. Generally, huge generalization there. Generally. Okay. And of course, for all you adults out there, I'm reading the Milo Manara Library #1. That being said, I haven't been reading that much, like not as much as I normally do. Like normally I'm consuming comics quite rapidly, but with everything that's going on, things have been a little bit chaotic in the old homestead. I have my camera aimed at this part of my living room because you do not want to see the rest of my house. It is mashed full, just absolutely full of basically 8 years of decorations from the bar. What my husband and I had been putting on the events and stuff for a really long time. It's like, we only throw the event once a month at the bar, but we've been doing it for 8 years. All of the equipment and decorations are there, and the bar closed down permanently due to the COVID situation. So this week we were clearing everything out, and I've been cleaning the house to try and find places to put the stuff, because we have just an apartment, not a real house. Sorry, I say house I don't have a house. We have a shitty apartment, which we pay too much for, considering it's a shitty apartment. But anyway. So, I can't even show you, like, the other half of my house because it's just a disaster of stuff right now. This corner, my comic book corner, is all I've got. And I can't really walk around a lot of the house. Like, it is disastrous. I hope everybody else's house is doing better than mine. I feel like I have to just double check to make sure the YouTube is doing its part and the whole live streaming thing is actually working. So I'm just gonna click on myself. This corner. Oh, that's me repeating myself. So it is working. Good. Yay. I'm not a complete moron. I managed to use OBS properly, get my stream key going. Ba-bam. Nice. Oh, somebody told me recently not to do the OK anymore. Apparently it's like a white power symbol. I did not know that, by the way, but someone told me that. But, like, I always go OK, and then what? Some fascist decided to pick it up, but I can't say OK anymore? I don't know. Anyway. Man, the fascists, they ruin everything. Even peaceful hand signals. Is it this one or this one? I don't remember. Anyway, you're not allowed to do it, apparently, because you'll be fascist. People can't make that distinction. Anyways. So yeah, comics, that's what I'm kind of reading right now. I think I already told you I got the last volume of Dorohedoro, which is green, and I can't show you, because I forgot about the green screen. Anyway, you can kind of see it there. Yeah. I didn't start reading it yet. I was saving it because this is like my favorite manga series. You know, I mean, I've read. You can't. It's back there. It's gonna take me some getting used to the live stream thing again. Dorohedoro is still like my favorite manga series. Next to probably Angel Sanctuary and Berserk being my top two. Oh, that's hard to say. All my manga's behind me. Can I show you without showing you the mess? Ooh, there's some manga. It goes up. Of course, we've got Akira over there. We've got a bunch of Junji, which I guess, yes, also favorites. Yeah, I gotta be honest. I don't have all of Berserk. You can't even see the Dorohedoro and the... Yeah... Oh, and the Drifting Classroom is up there, and I love the Drifting Classroom. If you go up further, we've got like some Eden, an Attack on Titan. Whoops, oops. Look what I've done. I fucked it. I'm not supposed to just curse on here, am I? Whoops. Anyway, we'll get used to this if I end up doing it more often, and I'll fix it. We'll get it done. So yes, I've been saving this because I feel like my heart's just gonna fall to pieces when I'm done reading it and it's over. And there's not really much romance in Dorohedoro, of course. But there is like some inklings of like romance in a way, and kind of like, I don't think the right word is romance, but deep appreciation for each other, the characters. And if they don't end up like staying friends or even getting together or something kind of like that in the end, I don't know what I'm going to do or think. And one of my favorite characters had died in like previous volumes, and I just assume that they're going to come back to life because it is the type of book where, dead characters can and do come back to life. So anyway, there's a lot of uncertainty for me involved in this, and I haven't been able to bring myself to read it. I'm going to. I just don't know when. And then, look at me, I'm all over the place. Also, I'm wearing my old last year or the year before Free Comic Book Day t-shirt. My friend Gavin works for my local comic book store, and he gave me his because he didn't want it or it didn't fit. I can't remember which. It's too big for me, but I don't care. Because, check it out. Had to, right? Yeah, and of course, we're not gonna have a Free Comic Book Day, I don't think. Unless... Actually, I haven't really read anything about that. Has anyone else read anything about Free Comic Book Day? What's happening? I'm assuming it's just canceled, like how people tried to cancel Easter, like a holiday that has a religious connotation, like that you can't cancel, but people canceled. I guess like a bunch of people were telling their kids that the Easter Bunny's not visiting them, like those who previous years had told their kids that the Easter Bunny was visiting them. They're like, this year he's not. Like, monsters everywhere. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. No, nobody I know actually did that. It's just what other people had told me. So-and-so is doing this and that. I think people are handling things pretty poorly. I guess that's to be expected. Yeah. Free Comic Book Day. What's up? I don't know. I guess it's canceled. Which makes me sad. Because they should be still doing something, be it digital or maybe they will. I don't know. I haven't really heard anything. And I'm not getting very many press releases from any of the comic publishers at all. So I'm really not too sure what's going on, when things are going to pick up. I know Marvel has put a lot of stuff for free on their, what is it called? I can't remember now. All of a sudden just lost what it was called. The Marvel service, digital service. You know what I'm talking about. They put a lot of stuff for free. They did a lot of sales. So I know they've done some stuff that, not bad. A lot of creators are offering a lot of stuff for free. Sign up to, now's the time, so definitely, if you haven't already, sign up to a bunch of creator newsletters, their email newsletters, because they're including free comics all the time in that. And there's lots of ways that you can get free comics without just ripping them off of the internet, like on the free scan. I don't believe in piracy. I don't pirate comics. I either get them because I've been asked to review them and someone's giving them to me, who produced the comic, or I buy them. And I don't buy a whole lot because I don't have a whole lot of money. So... that's kind of like where I'm at with that. But yes, please do not pirate stuff. Try to support comics. There's a bunch of stuff going on Instagram. People who are doing like fundraisers. Jeff Lemire has been auctioning off art on Creators for Comics, I think it's called, or Comics for Creators, vice versa, hashtag. It's a thing they're doing to try and, keep the business going, and keep people from, completely losing their livelihood, which a lot of people everywhere, not just comic creators, are losing their livelihood right now. We certainly have in my family. So although I'm still working, I don't know how much longer that'll be for, and it's very uncertain, but whatever, I'm just going with it and trying my best and trying not to spend money. But if you are working and you do have money and you don't think your work's going to disappear, frickin' share the wealth. Buy some comics. Wow, that got dark and vague. But yeah, right now I'm sharing some stuff on Facebook. I'm posting the comic a day. I got challenged by my other friend, who owns a comic book store called the Cape and Cowl, and that's in Sackville, Nova Scotia. And it's a great comic book store. And the owner tagged me in a post to share a cover of a comic graphic novel every day for 7 days. and then I tag somebody else, and we're just kind of funneling that around. So I think I'm just gonna copy that over to the Twitter sphere, and I've already copied it over to Instagram. And yeah, I think just to keep people talking about comics, man. And feel free to talk to me about comics on Twitter. I'm trying to use it more, and on Facebook, which I'm not a Facebook person much anymore. I don't really use it. But yeah, definitely comment section here. I also noticed like one of my videos keeps getting like comments that people are really upset about the video. And it was my video on the Forever War, which had some vague kind of homophobic. It's kind of homophobic, honestly, now from like a modern standpoint, where being homosexual is now finally accepted as normal, whereas before, throughout history in lots of places, it's not considered normal by a lot of people. And so, if you read the Forever War, for me, I found a lot of it homophobic. So. And because of my personal feelings and my personal review, people were like, it's not homophobic, you just didn't read the novel. I didn't read the novel. I read graphic novels. I review graphic novels on this channel. And if the graphic novel cannot stand on its own 2 feet, then something's wrong. I don't need to read the novel that the graphic novel is based on to understand the graphic novel. No, it's supposed to be a separate entity. And it was supposed to be a separate entity. But people were really, really upset by this. So the comments I keep getting are like, you dumb 20-somethings, yada, yada, yada. Like, you just think everything's homophobic or sexist. And I'm like, first of all, I'm 37 in July, so... there goes that. And second of all, it's like when you point out homophobia or something that's like sexist or whatever, that people are just like, think that you're throwing that accusation around. You're like, oh, you called me a bad word. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe if you're not homophobic, you shouldn't say homophobic things. Just a thought, first of all. But like a whole bunch of that book, getting back to the book, sorry, a whole bunch of it, the themes, I guess, around homosexuality in it are all based on stereotypes about being gay. So that was kind of my problem with the book. And anyways, I just said that, basically. People are like, how dare you call my favorite book homophobic? All right, whatever, like... you don't have to agree with me, but it's still based on a bunch of stereotypes that are not nice. So I don't know what to tell you. I'm sure someone will argue it out here now, because there's people who aren't subscribed to my channel who are attacking me, and I don't even know how they found the review in the first place. Like, it's old, it's not new, it hasn't had that many views. And it's just very confusing how it struck a nerve with people. And I don't know if these people are old or young, but a lot of them are accusing me of being young and dumb. So I don't really think that matters. It's just the content of the book. I could do like a whole video on it, on like a rebuttal. I don't know if it's necessary. All my reviews and all my thoughts on comics are purely speculative anyway. And it's just based on like my own experience, my own learnings and not learnings. You can feel free to call me ignorant, but yeah, I don't know, man. I think people just wanted to defend that book so badly when I'm not saying like the author is a bad person. I was saying that yeah, maybe because of when it was written and the author's view of homosexuality at the time wasn't very positive. Might have been reflected in the story that he wrote. Like, not a huge leap, guys. Not a huge fucking leap. Anyway. Not dishwasher safe. Regardless, I think that's a wrap. That's like 25 minutes of me flapping my gums about comics, COVID, and coffee. I'm drinking really shitty coffee today. I haven't been able to get my good coffee, and I can't afford it anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm drinking... What am I drinking? I don't know. Swill that I left steeping too long. Now, I do feel that the French press is the only way you can truly enjoy coffee. I hate percolators. I think they suck. It tastes like gasoline. So, French press, Buffy mug, and of course, the best and only way to truly make all very bad coffee taste good is the Silk almond creamer in hazelnut flavor. I know, that's a lot to remember, but that stuff is amazing, and it will make your very, very terrible coffee taste fabulous. Just gonna say. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm gonna figure out how the comics comments section, chat section works on this for live stream next time. Oh, I just noticed, there it is. Somebody did say 37. Simple Simon says, you're 37, you don't buy it? I am, yeah, I'm 37 in July. I'm not happy about it, but there's nothing I can do. But wear more makeup. So, that's where I'm at. And until next time, guys, read something good. I think it would be really fun if I could try and do this a couple times a week. Maybe figure out a schedule, assuming that I don't, die. Just because I've been really sick, not from COVID, but just with my own personal health issues and my hay fever. But I think I've almost got it under control. I think I have the right combination of antihistamines, allergy pills, sinus medication, and something else thrown in there that might make it so that I don't have hay fever anymore. So, yay, I'm fingers crossed, all right? Okay, until next time, guys, I will find out about Free Comic Book Day as well. Read something